God's validating voice of love for me and then never use my voice to speak it over someone else, I think would be a great tragedy. So I'm actually going to play you one more song before we do this. I'm going to kind of change it up tonight. I'm going to teach you this chorus. It's a little simple. This is an old 10th Avenue North song. You guys said you were 10th Avenue North fans, right? I want to test if you really were a fan, okay? This chorus goes like this. I grew up in a church. I mentioned all the white people just because you're like, you are white, bro. I know. But I grew up in a church that mission statement was racial reconciliation. And it kind of talked about like, hey, you can talk all you want about unity and forgiveness, but if you're not willing to love people who look different than you and who vote different than you and who have a different tax bracket than you, if we can't reconcile over these differences, then maybe it's just talk, right? And I don't want to be a part of a country club. I want to be part of a kingdom. You know? So I grew up. I memorized a bunch of Martin Luther King speeches and stuff, and he was always loomed large in my memory. Partly because I grew up near Washington D.C. and all that. But anyway, I've been learning about a shocking thing through the work of a company called IJM, International Justice Mission, and through this organization that we had teamed up with as a band called Compassion International, which we ended up falling so much in love with what they do that our bandmate quit our band to go work for them full time. And so, oops, I guess we got too into it, I guess. Got a little too into taking care of the poor kids, bro. But one day we were sitting in our dressing room and I just sang, I have dreamed of a kingdom coming where evil drowns and mercy streams. I want to see those rivers of justice, so I'll use my voice for those who can't speak. I will use my voice for those who can't speak. My piano player started going. You try it. No offense, it's infinitely less cool when you guys are doing that. Because he started playing that, and then we were on tour with a rapper named, a hip-hop artist named Derek Minor, and he hears us playing this groove in our dressing room, and he breaks open our dressing room door like, what are you guys doing in here? We're like, what? I'm sorry, sir. Were we allowed to be in here doing this? He's like, no, dude, I love that jam. I want to jump on it. What are you guys thinking about? We're like, well, we're talking about human trafficking, actually, and what we can actually do in lending our voice, because the book of Proverbs says, use your voice to speak up for those who can't speak up for themselves. And if all we ever do as artists is just use this platform to talk about our art and what we're doing in our careers, then we're grossly underserving the potential of what Jesus gave us this platform for. And he'd go, hit the track. Yes, sir, Mr. Derek Minor. And he threw us down. It goes like this. I see the glory of the Lord. Yeah, every time the sun rises, I hear the unheard screams of a broken heart. Because every day a son dies. So many slaves, Lord, no plantation. So many slaves, Lord, all different races. This is not the picture the Lord painted in Genesis. Silence is our enemy. Our voices can end it. I have a dream of a kingdom coming where evil drowns and mercy streams. Yeah, I want to see those rivers of justice. So I'll use my voice for those who can't speak. I will use my voice for those who can't speak. And then he was gone. Just like that. He just walked out. He just dropped the mic. He was like, you're welcome. And we actually were about to go on tour a couple months later with an artist named KB. He's a hip-hop artist. If you haven't heard KB, go look him up. He is fire. And it was good, too, because none of us were going to make up a rap for the second verse. And we're like, we need another verse, but Derek Minor's gone. So we called up KB. He was like, we're about to be on tour together, bro. Could you throw down on this track? And he listened to the track. He said, yo, I would love to throw down on this track. And throw down he did, okay? Because he wrote this verse. It goes like this. Yeah. When it's all said and done,
I pray that everything we said was done. I don't want my son to say I was one of the ones who watched 27 million suffer and never said nothing. No, I won't be there. I don't deserve a mic if I ain't got no feedback. Bring back every girl from the west and the east that ain't crafted for his glory, not for making you greenbacks. I dream that every ounce of brokenness, disease that brings that to the cross. Believe that he redeems that. Seems like that's a world where my dogs can breathe it, where all the beautiful feet go when the needs it. I have dreamed of a kingdom coming where evil drowns and mercy streaming. I want to see those rivers of justice, so I use my voice for those who can't speak. I will use my voice for those who can't speak. 'Cause look, none of us here are just a number. We all have a name like any other. And if there's voice inside your lungs, then you